I'm Stephen Cox. I work for Tarmac, which is a CRH company, and I've been here for the last 5 years. Tarmac has a multitude of businesses, from just standard quarrying through to cement production, turning it from its raw material form into the cement that you know in its packed form. We ended up going down the line of a Zappshelter to store some of our clinker. When we started making cement here, the production volumes were not quite what they are today, and so the need for extra storage became quite apparent, and again we needed that quick turnaround, so the Zappshelter seemed the most logical choice. By having the clinker dry within the shelters themselves, it means that we're not having to reprocess that when we come to use that clinker again. When it's been left outside before, it gains crust on it, we have to end up recrushing it, so we're actually processing it twice, which is quite a cost to the business. By not having to process it again, the environmental benefits of that is then less power consumption, less machinery usage, less emissions from the machines themselves and through our stack. So that's quite a significant impact. In terms of productivity, what it's enabled us to do is when we go into our kiln shutdowns, because of the impact then that has on our clinker silos and the draining on our materials, it just allows us to plan for a longer window throughout that shutdown, so that we've always got clinker for the cement production, so therefore we're always able to satisfy the customer's needs. One of the biggest benefits of having the Zappshelters was there was no groundwork required. It was ground that we already had at the back of our cement plant, and just the speed of putting them up was able to be done within a couple of weeks, which meant that we was able to rely on them on a speedy turnaround. We wanted to have material in there as fast as possible, so that allows us to factor in any breakdowns that we may have. We need that material always ready to go, so just having that there at any given time was essential. In terms of Zappshelters themselves, like I say, they've weathered some storms up in Buxton. We're renowned for being quite high up, so constant weather impact and the resilience of them. They've not faltered, not moved an inch. Just having the Zappshelter a phone call away for any sort of remedial work that was needed was ideal, but thankfully we've not needed. I think anyone that's after additional storage for something that's quick to turn around, great support, then it's certainly an avenue you should look down. Zappshelters have been great for us and something that we'd look to use in the future again.